Hi, another commonly asked question is how long will therapy take? And that's a really good question and a common question that a lot of people have. And the best way I can answer that is by asking you a question is how long would it take you to run a mile? So, you might say 8 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever based on your history and, if you've run recently and how in shape you are and all that stuff. Well, but then things get complicated if I say, well, there are going to be walls that you have to climb and things you have to jump over and things you have to swim through. And there might be people who are going to grab you from behind and hold you and you have to break free from that. And so then if I ask you, well, how long would it take you to run that mile? Your answer is probably, well, I don't know. How strong are the people holding me? And how cold is the water? Or how deep is the water? Or how high are the walls? How thick are the walls? And that's my answer to you in a sense about therapy is that everybody has different barriers in their life, whether it's childhood issues or trauma or someone, literally or not literally holding them back. And so that can change from person to person. There are people who are in therapy once a week for 6 months. There are people who are in therapy every other week for 6 months. There are people who are in therapy for longer than that. And the idea is that we're going to try and get you to the goals that you're hoping to reach. And sometimes when you reach that goals, you think, now I have this other goal that I want to work on. So even the original idea of how long therapy would be might change based on what your goals are. So I know that's not an exact answer, but that's the explanation for why a therapist can't give you an exact answer. For trauma clients, it doesn't necessarily matter how bad the trauma was, or whatever, if you want to try and rate it somehow, or I don't even know how you would do that, but it's not about that. It's about somebody's reaction to that and what their history is and how comfortable they are talking about things and what support they have and how many walls they have to climb over along the way. So, I hope that sort of answered your question as to why we oftentimes are so vague about those things. And take care of yourself.